Hello everyone, my name is Draconicrose and welcome to a game that I have been meaning to play for a long time, and now I can. This is Stonehearth. Stonehearth is a crafting survival city building type of game that takes inspiration from the likes of Minecraft and RimWorld and Dwarf Fortress, and there's a lot to this game that I will be happy to explore with you. Now this is a Windows only game and I am playing it via Proton from the Steam page. As usual, you just click install and play it. No need to do anything. It currently has a rating of silver on ProtonDB. However, I have found that there is nothing that doesn't work out of the box. So with that said, let's get started with a single player game. Choose your adventure. This is a story of a brave band of settlers from, and you can select a kingdom. We have the Ascendancy, earnest and hardworking, loyal and well-rounded. Citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. This is ideal for new players. Haraya's children. Do they look like airbenders to you, or is it just me? The people of the desert learned early that to survive, they needed each other, and preferably as many others as they could reach. Now, visitors find them generous hosts with access to goods from all over the world. Or the Northern Alliance. Brave and hardy, the men and women of the North live for the sight of a new dawn of an unexplored territory. Armed with compass and hatchet, they pride themselves on their tenacious adaptability. So for this first playthrough, we are going to go with the Ascendancy because I have never actually played the game. So I think it is a good idea to stay more or less on the easy side. This is the story of a brave band of settlers from the Ascendancy, a prosperous and industrious kingdom. Seeking new lands and adventure, they set off to, and we select a biome, temperate, favored, forests, rivers and mountains, default home of the Ascendancy. The desert, dry and sandy with chunky hills and sparse vegetation, default home of Raya's children. Or the Arctic, snowy with tall mountains and large water bodies, the default home of the Northern Alliance. So again, I'm going to go with the easy choice. They set off to Darkmoor Forest, a location that is peaceful, a sandbox mode where you're free to build your town without worrying about invaders whatsoever. This is usually a mode that most of these games offer, and that I guess it's fine if you want to chillax, but we're definitely going to go with normal. Normal, adventure forth in a world fraught with danger. Your town will be subject to raiding enemies, or hard, face more difficult monsters than normal mode. So we're going to go with normal, a location that is sure to be an inspiring place to start anew. And we select a roster. Now on RimWorld we get to pick 3 people in the default Crashlander scenario. Here we get to pick 5, and I will quickly go through this and make my picks, and I'll be back when they're done. We have our citizens, I suppose. You might notice the names are pretty familiar. That is because they are named after my patrons. Anyone who becomes a patron can have their name picked up to appear in the game. So we have a party that is composed of Marcus. Oh, and by the way, all appearances are based either on avatars or characteristics that I know about the people. Yeah, that's the best I can do. So Marcus. He has 4 mind, 4 body, 2 spirit. I don't really know about these stats, whether they're good or not, but they seem to be middling, considering what the others have rolled. And he is an animal companion. Ever since Marcus saved their fox cactus from mortal danger, they've been inseparable. Leatha is courageous. Leatha loves to save others and puts the safety of the town as paramount. Roxy is an optimist. Roxy always looks on the bright side and sees a silver lining in almost everything. Blade is excitable. Blade can never seem to keep their emotions in check, so they become happy or sad much faster than normal. And he's a storm chaser. Thunderstorms, sandstorms, blizzards, Blade loves them all. And finally, Felix is a jokester. Felix loves to tell jokes. Are they good? It's tough to say, but they frequently seem to leave others with a smile. They're also stoic. Due to their even temperament, it takes a lot to make this heartling happy or sad. So I'm assuming that their jokes are a little bit more sarcastic and stuff. So we will accept the roster, and then we have to select our starting resources. And we have food for days. The large amount of food crammed into the back of the caravan should keep the heartlings going for a handful of days while they get their settlement up and running. And we get a farming hoe, some berries, carrots, jerky, and gold. We also could get merchant caravan. A collection of trade tools should give the settlement a leg up in the wilderness. We get a tool for a trapper, for a footman, for a herbalist, and then we get berries and gold. With a collection of craft skills but short on food. And finally, money solves all problems. Anything that the town needs, they should be able to purchase from a trader. That is, presuming one finds them and has the proper goods for sale. So you get weaver. I'm not entirely sure what object this is. Berries, jerky, and gold. For me, I'm going to take the merchant caravan. I like the idea of being able to craft things more, and since we're going with a forest anyway, which is supposed to be temperate, I assume we will be able to find food quite easily. So I'm going to select that, and we are going to start. For this, I'm going to change the season to spring, just because I like starting in spring on every game. So, spring in the forest is a season of rebirth lasting 3 months. Rains melt the snows, revealing new growth hidden underneath, and trees come back to life covered with colorful blossoms. Now, I never played Dwarf Fortress, but I have seen a bit of a Let's Play. And this definitely reminds me of the start of that, or even RimWorld, but then again, RimWorld is based on Dwarf Fortress. So, for us, we, I think, want to settle down somewhere around here. We're going to find, we have a lot of wildlife that can be hunted. Foothills have trees and plants. Wood is a primary building resource. You'll need some in order to build your buildings and craft items like beds, tables, and chairs. Wildlife, lots of wildlife. Local wildlife can be hunted for food and raw crafting materials, but only average minerals. You'll need minerals if you plan on building things like stone and metal. So we could find like some place like this in the foothills. This is water, just wildlife. Or yeah, in the foothills over here. Although we can also take a look at the plains here. Plains and foothills, that's also not bad. And over here, quite the same. I think we might as well, yeah, settle up in the not really in the mountains, but yeah, here in the foothills where we can get some food, some trees, some plants. Yeah, we'll settle here and generate our world, I suppose. So we actually start off with a small tutorial. Click the banner to choose your settlement's location. So we click it, and now we need to click somewhere in the world. Now there should be a tutorial here, but when I was testing, I think I kinda made it skip. But anyway, we can take a look at our map, and there's some ruins over here, which I wouldn't mind settling near. I also don't want to be too far from the water, so I guess we could just plop ourselves down around here in the middle. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So here we are with our villagers. I will just take a moment to see if I can re-enable the tutorial. Gameplay. I guess not. Oh well, that is too bad. But let us continue then. We will see. Oh, it is. Alright, so I didn't feel like making you watch me blunder about. I tried to re-enable the tutorial. There is a way to do it, but I would have to restart the game, so I guess you'll have to work this out with me. So I found the villagers citizens tab, where you can see how they're doing their stats, what job they are. So this is where we pick their jobs. We can go here into change job. They're just a simple worker, but they can become something else. So that is good to know. For the time being, I don't really have a clue of what they should do, but one thing we do not have is much food. So I think we want to place, maybe not, designate zones. Okay, yes, a stockpile zone. Perfect. We'll just create something like 12 by 12. That is good. We will allow it to have everything. So they should start moving things in there. So in this one, 1 is paused, 2 is normal, 3 is high speed. That's going to take a little bit to get used to, but that is fine. Then we could build workshops, but it requires people with those jobs, and that's fine. Town alert mode, okay. Multiplayer menu, definitely not something I want right about now. Or bulletins, which have the notifications that we need. Good, that is good. Town info. Oh, here's the stuff we have. We have a camp standard and a heart, some food, no journal entries yet, and no bonuses. So let's take a look at stuff. Heart, move item. No, it can't be there. That's fine. Used to mark territory civilizedly. Okay, so I suppose we start clicking on things in the world. This plant fiber can be spun into thread. Undeploy. Move. Oh, we got the quest. An odd bird arrives with a letter on its beak, stamped with the official seal of the Ascendancy. The bird also carries a name tag which reads Herald. Okay, open the letter. A letter from the capital. Dear Expedition 100, I hope this letter finds you well. By my guess, you've likely set up camp by now. As your capital liaison, it is my honor to preside remotely over the official founding of your outpost. I trust that you had ample time to choose a name on your journey. Founding? As you know, every new settlement must choose a banner. This banner reflects your spirit and vision, the uniting factor which brought the expedition together. What future did you foresee when you embarked on your quest for township? Banner. Hold in your mind a vision of what your town will one day be. Your banner will set that course, but it is up to you to finish it. Choose well, friends. I eagerly await your reply. Yours, Mayor Burlyhands. What shall we choose? So we get official settlement declaration, and of course, not to be outdone, this is the Dragon's Nest. And here is our path. Banner of Vitality. The settlement shall be at one with the environment. Trees produce 25% more wood. Plants and crops both grow 25% faster. Plants have 2 times their normal appeal. Banner of Strength. This settlement will grow strong through earth and steel. Mining gives 50% more ore, stone and clay halflings no longer mine cramped spaces. Or the Banner of Cunning. The settlement will be a bustling hub of trade. Roads give 3 times their normal speed boost, and your items sell for 50% more, and traders will bring 2 times the goods and gold. We'll go with Vitality, and we will declare. Oh, so there's Harold. There he is. Celebrating. Outpost establishment. Proclamation of Outpost. By unanimous agreement of the citizens, we declare Dragon's Nest to be an outpost striving to be at one with the environment. And we get our bonuses, and there we go, we've settled up. Oh, here is the fox, cactus, carnivore that will only eat meat. So what are we seeing here? This is a wooden sword, required to promote a hearthling into a footman, into a carpenter, into a trapper, and into a herbalist. So I suppose we should grab someone who is going to be... Okay, so Leatha, you seem like a perfect candidate to become a footman. And we're going to click to approve. Promote to footman. In order in honor of steadfast effort and resilience, we hereby advance Leatha as a footman. There we go. And Leatha gets her sword and floats it above her head. And she's now level 1 footman. Perfect. Damage up 20%. The footman knows that all combats may have mortal consequences and attacks with renewed determination. Alright, that's nice. So, oh, we get a character sheet for her. Very RPG. So, she's getting good morale because of things that have happened. She's having a good day. Okay. Job abilities. Appeal. She likes cobblestone fences. And we get like opinions from them and stuff. The bird squawks a tiny backpack. You're not sure how you missed it before, but the bird is wearing a tiny backpack. It contains a note which reads, a little something to help you celebrate, along with 2 cornbread, 2 peasant bread, 3 roast sausage. Delicious! So we get a little bit of food and the bird departs. The odd messenger bird scurries off with your official salmon funding declaration in its beak, carrying it in the vague direction of the capital. Farewell! Alright, so that is great. They're still hauling things in. Can we create... requires a farmer. Oh, and here's orders to harvest, gather, trees, plants, and stone. Cancel the task, loot, destroy, mine, custom or mine a tunnel, gather. Can I select to gather? Ah, I can. So they can harvest these flowers over here. That's fine. And we have Duck, flightless avian who lays giant eggs. It eats a little bit of everything. We could harvest for meat. Or can we wait for them to lay eggs? What is this? A beetle, a cute little insect. Okay. We could harvest those for meat. Yes. I think we need to start building something. Not like this. Okay, didn't we have something that lets someone become a carpenter? They're eating. Sure, Felix, can you become a carpenter? You can. A carpenter crafts tools and furniture from wood. The wood he makes unlocks several other jobs. Oh, the tools he makes. Yes. Yes, that is exactly what we want. Felix is now hereby a carpenter. And we should be able to now give them some crafting orders. Okay. We have a carpenter workbench required to produce most of the carpenter's recipes. So I suppose that is exactly what we want. Craft. I guess once I can play around with this, we will be creating like buildings. This is a big part of the game, but I'll have to look into it a little bit more. Do we have the carpenter's workbench? We do. Let's just put it down somewhere. No building for it quite yet, but that's fine. And now we can order a something with a farmer's hoe. What do we need for that? 2 wood logs. Cue the order anyway. Let's craft 2. And while things are going, we will select these 2 trees to be chopped down. Oh, that looks a little evil. Fleeing. Okay, so they run away from the peel. The peel is the citizens. I just read the peel and that was it. I don't know what this is. Guess it's processes and resources. Oh, so that gave us a lot more wood than I thought they would. So we can plant those seeds. let's do that. We want to be a little bit sustainable. And once we get the wood in, I'm assuming we can then harvest the... not harvest, we can make the hose, and with that we will be able to make farmers and thus create some farming areas. At least that's how I assume things are going to work. Let's let them get to it. Now, Felix, are you doing anything? No. Hopefully soon. Workshop. Oh, requires a carpenter of level 2. Oh. So how do I level up a carpenter? Well, let's see here. Felix. The sun's too bright. Yeah, because you are a night... No? Sun's too bright. So my eyes not going to be started on the sunburn. Oh, okay. Ate a bland meal, piece of cornbread. Okay. The meal was cooked. He likes that. Provides warm light and... Okay, so nowhere to cook things quite yet. Let's see here. Job abilities. Level 1. Can now make a oh, there we go. Here's the progress to the next level. I'm assuming just crafting things is probably how they level up. In which case, we might want to make sure they can do something else. So are the ones highlighted the stuff that can be crafted? Yeah, looks like it. So we will have them craft a weaver's spindle. Not a practice sword. A log pile stacked together next to it to store wood. Okay, no. Let's craft one of those. Might as well. Bright bell window box. What is that? Diamond window. Oh. So I suppose as we build stuff, these things will also be created? Carpenter's wall-mounted sign. Okay. An inn wall-mounted sign. I suppose we can start messing about with the building system. So we can select wood for the wall. Just like that. That's just a thing. And then we can make a... Oh, things are really small here, so like 10 by 10? Yeah, that sounds good. With a... Well, that's a big column, actually. Pointer, columns, walls, rooms, wall. I think that means how... No? Oh, okay, no, that determined the colors, that's fine. So... Yeah, we can have the walls be like that. Do they have to be that tall? No. Can we select the entire thing though? Or... Oh, we can do a shift thing. Okay, good. So we did that, and we want the columns to be darker, I think. Maybe? I am unsure. I thought I could always go to the... the Steam workshop and download some things, I think. Erase and do. New building, save, templates. Oh, there we go. That is much better because I suck at this. How do I erase? Yeah, there we go. Carpenter's house. Excuse you? Ah, there we go. Let's put it down then. Seems a little bit too much, but okay. I'm assuming... No, I assumed erroneously. Do I name this like Carpenter's house? And build? Okay, can I? Oh, they will start building it. Okay, I don't get to see it until it's done. Daily update, immigration report. Dragon's Nest population 5. Next Hearthling requirements, food and Deathward. The road remains empty, maybe tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. We are now going to be digging a place for the Carpenter's place, and that's good. Okay, so the things did get automatically queued. That's great. And that is because of a game setting that you can see here in gameplay, that auto queues crafting for building. I'm also going to, do that just to make things easier. But I suppose that is a good start for our Hearthlings, though not the most auspicious of starts, considering I don't know what I'm doing. But if you enjoyed this episode, do let me know, because I intend to make more of these, so I hope people do want to see this. But until then, do consider supporting my Patreon to become one of the folks that gets named in the game. And if not, just click like and subscribe, because that is the best, most free way to support the channel. But until next time, please remember that here, there be dragons. Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk, and if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.